game on Tuesday was balanced. Canning the rotations with the back-to-back games, scoring 9. Reminder, she's the first player in a triple-double against the Chicago morning because she's about to go to work. Out of the previous game on Tuesday is DeWanna against Natasha Howard, and much like Tuesday, Atlanta back to Natasha Howard. 3 on the shot, through the net early for Rye.
Angel, it's coming. She starts this one off.
Brittany Griner will line it up and back for Atlanta. Ryan
for Indiana on that offensive urgency with those rebounds.
To 32. Slipped and will not get it off. On the floor with Tahina Pow as well. The WNBA all-time scoring list. Sending it back out to Pow.
And get those easy threes.
Going to the rest to it, I would say.
Points in her scores. Fever, because they need Aaliyah Boston in there to battle.
Tapping it up top. 1.
The knee brace on. I mean, mentality in this game is reminiscent of
another second chance opportunity for a bounce pass to Maya Caldwell.
To women's sports. Why was that?
I could say over and over and over.
Absolutely. Not just a court design, though, that we're seeing here in today's game.
And so showing
demanded that attention. It is bold.
And see the court and see the excitement around the
girls club. And I just love it received well on social media.
7 points for Atlanta. The defense was holding Fever. Game that she injured her in Phoenix as well. Going right at Tahina. That's her MO as Bree Jones
with this game from 3, but she can knock it down. This Fever team.
Lexington
to stall offensively for your post players to catch.
And so that's one thing, just understand,
expected to be faster paced, tougher to corner.
Sophie Cunningham, Indiana just 1 for the free throw line. Connects a lot of minutes, but in the previous game away. Bree Jones did it last game. First quarter. There's a lot of bumping and chips, so they're hold for the last shot it over. Cunningham. This matchup, it always brings out
game, and some people might read into the chip
minute mark. But it is just a 1-possession game. Just Caitlin Clark to Hansy.
She has it. He's in the game with that foul.
Yeah, Alicia has struggled from the floor. Just again hits the mark. So we are all tied. That Steph White, whatever she said, they had
off with that arm.
Had the first 7 points for Atlanta. Dantas from the. She has 5 seconds to work with. 10 on the shot clock for Atlanta is short, and Sophie Cunningham.
Anything off.
Kelsey Mid
started this game down 8 to Atlanta.
It's for this moment. And when I asked him, I wanted to hear what they had to say. And right away.
In the free agency in the offseason, bench has 11 points. Continues to be a huge impact.
Going to try to get Gray going.
Kelsey Mitchell, long. Griner looking to create some space.
You get impatient when you have an
Kelsey Mitchell mentioned about the adjustments. Take her off the block, but DeWanna of Atlanta's 19 points. Both teams, it's different to see Caitlin Clark, who's on.
In the first quarter, we didn't hear a lot of whistles.
That's dead ball. Balls it to Bree Jones, lines it up.
Unstoppable.
Second, and then Indiana comes back. That was something that Caitlin Clark mentioned in the last with one another. The dump pass on the finds DB on the block. Just the first turnover, pulls up baseline, good to go. And giving a little smile after dropping that one. Mitchell going at Pow.
Yes, and have been the aggressors
through their lulls on both sides that they made on the defensive end, especially
about just the mentality and mindset that those
for the Fever. Bree Jones. Conversation with
Alicia Gray for Atlanta with 3 fouls.
The season with back-to-back double-double.
Left side.
Natasha Howard of the bench. Atlanta.
The shot clock as Howard slips through and scores. The other team scores back-to-back.
Easy dish on the inside. Started this game 1 for. Here comes the Jets. It's for Indiana. Naz Hillman looking. And an offense
in a halftime.
That's the 3rd foul on over for Atlanta. Sophie Cunningham. After Howard pulls up, triples and team. I got to create ways to get Caitlin Clark.
Fouls, but credit Atlanta's defense.
Tahina Pow will have to send it from with the 3 fouls as Natasha Howard.
Depth that this Indiana team and Atlanta.
For bench points, 15
6 points in that first half. The second half a little bit. You should call the game there, have a tough job. And
you ask for pace, slow first quarter. Pounding Atlanta by 3.
They're leading the scoring for the Fever.
So far for Natasha Howard in this hole. In game, Atlanta trying to find their way. Natasha Howard, pow from the corner. Get Kelsey Mitchell. A little too, so saw it in her stint with Sophie Cunningham.
Teammates' head, and that's the kind of
season ago, Atlanta actually with the work behind the back. It up the floor, Tahina Pow again.
Mesco says Tahina is not over to South Carolina, so there's familiar. Jordan Canada saying she's been walking her throughout the
been by committee is Kelsey Mitchell.
I couldn't believe that she went in the second.
Also for Atlanta, looking to image and 10th and 3s made of
BG and Brianna Jones,
just allowing the Sophie Cunningham outside numbers finds Mitchell. Right off the bounce is able to
house, and she's known for her shot blocking ability.
Dia lines it up. But who would have thought Atlanta 5? Who had that on the bingo card?
For Atlanta.
Backdoor more
down there. They got to get her a little bit more.
Another offense.
Course of action.
Caitlin Clark.
Last year's Rookie of the Year with just
going at DB. Got the angle
when you go to the rim, Howard. So I like that she's made this
3 fouls on Dewana Bonner. Clark found a sleep. Caldwell dish underneath and knocks Hill. 10 seconds left. Sid Colson finding game.
Both sides.
He on the bench right now at 5.
And so that's exactly what they have to do. They've got to put the things to try to win this game.
Dewana Bonner, quarter 3.
And had 0 last game. This is
finding Nia Coffey. Clark finding a way to.
She should be, but Howard, mentally, she's staying in this game for her team.
14 double-doubles, 8 biggest lead for Atlanta. Pressure, no one slides over to the floor right now for Atlanta. She has 5. Lord Gray had all the time she needed.
Her defender in the dust.
Taking on the committee, pull up.
backdoor cuts. It is there, and if it's not.
Caitlin Clark taking it out. She has order. Hold the backdoor.
That's why I'm up here.
Team's 3rd.
One since the middle of that 3rd quarter.
Ryan Howard. In the last year in Dallas, another off the touch going at Natasha Howard. Gets the back. Ryan Howard has been more aggressive. 5th foul, rather, on Lexi Hull. Howard was able to. Kelsey Mitchell. Gray pulls up. Start the season, they dropped that one. Close game. It actually came down to see if, again, another tight game. And at own miss, fakes it outside.
Boxed out, but long shots, long rebounds. Being intentional about 5-on-4, 5-on-3. You've got
last 3 attempts. And he gets Kelsey, lines it up.
With their shots. She remembers that sweep from last season.
Howard coming back, trying to get the fast games for Ryan Howard, sitting at 20. Natasha Howard battle make this a 1-point game. Howard trying to find something against Hull. The shot clock tab
at the box score, but she had 6 points.
It's Yellow Jacket all the way. Bree Jones 0 for 4 from outside.
And last year we had more C.
Gray.
Nia
Coffey.
So 0 for 5 from 3 in this game. And who has fouls on the floor?
Double figures for Atlanta, but has been flipped. Denied by Nia Coffey. Finds the hands of Natasha Howard. Ryan Coffey left alone, high arcing. Atlanta, Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull. Kelsey lines it up. Her first, Ryan Howard.
I think the crowd is reacting.
Caitlin Clark. We mentioned the new faces
that have kind of switched.
So,
and remember how
Aaliyah Boston with 4 can tie it up. Finds Aaliyah Boston, who gets to see what they elect to do is making her set. She was disappointed in the
super low lulls. She talked about looking about the starts that they had to both have.
Tahina Pow letting her go all the way up the floor. Atlanta led by 9. It's been a fun one. We'll see you next time. Kelsey Mitchell had a slow first quarter. Jones as Indiana gets it back. Indiana out rebounding Atlanta by 3.
About getting themselves going, and they're leading the scoring for the Fever.
7 points so far for Natasha Howard in this. Caitlin Clark. Huge boost along with Lexi Hull. Two-possession game, Atlanta trying to find their way. 6-point lead. Natasha Howe. Pow from the corner. Kelsey Mitchell. A little too. We saw it at Oregon. We also saw it in her stint with WNBA level. Sophie Cunningham.
Ball over the top of her teammate's head. And that's the kind of
as you mentioned, swept Atlanta just a season ago. Atlanta actually with the Ryan Howard behind the back isn't tapped. It's a long week. Sending it up the floor, Tahina Pow again.
Breeze for Tahina Pow. Carl Smesco says Tahina is not a bar during my time at Oregon before I went over to South Carolina, so there's familiar your decisions. She's been leaning on Jordan Canada, saying she's been walking her throughout the
BG bucket. It's been by committee as Kelsey Mitchell
for Atlanta to get her in the second round. I couldn't believe that she went in the second championship run.
And what a big boost also for Atlanta. Looking to, they were 11th in three-point percentage and 10th in threes made.
Alicia Gray and Jordan Canada recruited BG and Brianna Jones.
Broadcast as well, because we saw it a few times, just allowing the turnover for Nia Coffey. Sophie Cunningham outside. Hull behind the back. She has the numbers, finds Mitchell. Right off the bounce, is able to
team against Indiana Tuesday in their house, and she's known for her shot blocking ability.
Nia lines it up.
Good at both ends for the Dream.
Who would have thought Atlanta with 8 threes, Indiana with 5. Who had that on the bingo card?
Season stretch the floor. I'll call that for Atlanta.
Backdoor more.
Not allowing her to be comfortable down there. They got to get her a little bit more
to corral it back in. Another offense.
They have to have the chance to correct their course of action.
Caitlin
has definitely frustrated last year's Rookie of the Year with just how do you respond?
In 7 minutes, Ryan Howard going at DB. Got the aim.
Step for Ryan Howard is being more intentional when you go to the rim, and that's going to be the next level for Ryan Howard. So I like that she's made this.
She now has 15. 3 fouls on DeWanna Bonner. Clark found
Atlanta's defense falling asleep.
2-for-1 opportunity. Caldwell dish underneath, and Naz Hillman.
The assist to Naz Hillman.
10 seconds left. Sid Colson finding to Perker.
Everybody in foul trouble in this game. Both sides.
Line up with 3 or more fouls. BG on the bench right now at 5.
As pushing the pace and getting 2 feet in the rim. So that's exactly what they have to do. They've got to put that CC is going to try to do some miraculous things to try to win this game.
Saw the deny. DeWanna Bonner, corner 3.
And she's sitting at 1 point, had 0 last game. This is
out of the air. Finding Nia Coffey. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to...
Like Ryan Howard is in her face, as she should be, but Howard, I love the creativity, and I love how mentally she's staying in this game for her team.
This year had 14 double-doubles, 3. Biggest lead for Indiana was 8. Biggest lead for Atlanta. A lot of pressure, no one slides over to go. On the other side, Brittany Griner not on the floor right now for Atlanta. She has 5 for Atlanta. Backdoor, Gray had all the time she needed.
Door, leaving her defender in the dust.
Floor. Gray taking on the committee, pull up.
Said, look for those backdoor cuts. It is there, and if it's not.
9 left in the 4th. Caitlin Clark taking it out. She has got her first point in the 3rd quarter. Hall, the backdoor.
Now you're in Indiana's heads. Accurate. That's why I'm up here.
So Natasha Howard picks up her 2nd, team's 3rd.
The last few minutes has been sitting at 21 since the middle of that 3rd quarter.
For 14 from the field with 21. Ryan Howard. Howard coming over in free agency, spending the last year in Dallas. Another offense. Less than 10, Bree Jones gets the touch going at Natasha Howard. Team that actually drafted her. Gets the back. Ryan Howard has been more aggressive on Lexi Hull, so 5th foul rather on Lexi Hull. A quick swing as Ryan Howard was able to. Kelsey Mitchell.
And offensive ends, taking smart shots.
Gray pulls up.
Like this one, it came down to crunch time.
With Washington, the kickstart the season, they dropped that one. It was a very close game. It actually came down to see if. So here we are again, another tight game, and at all the time, gets her own miss, fakes it outside.
Tough break right there for the Dream because they all boxed out, but long shots, long rebounds. Push the ball. Carl Smesko being intentional about putting as much of a shot at making the basket, but if you're 5-on-4, 5-on-3, you've got
% from the free throw line before their last 3 attempts, and gets % on the night. Kelsey lines it up.
And all just frustrated in this game with their shots. Ryan Howard said, I ain't done yet. She remembers that sweep from last season for me.
Oh, you gotta love it. And Ryan Howard coming back, trying to get the face
game.
Back-to-back 20-point games for Ryan Howard, sitting at 20.
Boy.
Natasha Howard, battle throw line, can make this a 1-point game. Again, Ryan Howard trying to find something against Hull. 10 seconds on the shot clock tab.
It shocked you just a little bit.
It's okay.
I was looking at the
that.
box score, but she had 6 points. Here comes that Georgia Tech math.
There it is, yellow jacket all the way. Bree Jones
To bait her into it.
Clark is 0 for 4 from outside to this game.
And some flack for not being true homers. And last year we had more seasons. She missed the free throw.
Gray, we can't win, can we?
Clark
Mia
still.
Coffey met by Clark.
Clark still 0 for 5 from 3 in this game. Time and score situations and knowing personnel and who has fouls on the floor.
4 players are in double figures for Atlanta.
3-point line as well. She's 0 for 3, but
the switch has been flipped. Gray trying to go in the paint, denied by Nia Coffey. Finds the hands of Natasha Howard. Flip wanted. Ryan 4 on the shot clock. Nia Coffey left alone, high arcing play. Brittany Griner has fouled out for Atlanta. Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hall. Big stop for Atlanta here. Kelsey lines it up.
puts Indiana up 1.
Her first. Ryan Howard. Clark will take her time.
Well, I think the crowd is reacting.
Both teams in the bonus as Caitlin Clark mix. We mentioned the new faces
and then faces that we're used to seeing on certain teams that have kind of switched. So Natasha Howard gets her across the arm. And remember how.
So Natasha Howard will get her 4th foul. Leah Boston with 4. Defense from Caitlin Clark as Ryan Howard can tie it up. Steps on the dime, looking to pull up, finds Aaliyah Boston, who gets for a quick 2. We'll see what they elect to do as the line. Kelsey Mitchell making her set. She was disappointed in the.
She also talked about having those super low lulls. She talked about giving that low and that flat, just talking about the starts that they had to both have quicker.
Tahina Pow rebound, and Atlanta just letting her go all the way up the floor. Atlanta led by 9. Atlanta won the first. Respect to women's sports. It's been a fun one. We'll see you next time.